Hey everyone, just trying out some new faces, right? I'm Bill and I cook stuff. Today I'm going to cook a beef tomato over rice. Beef tomato, it's番茄牛 in Cantonese. It's a pretty widespread dish. You can get it in diners here in the States. It's probably in the UK as well, so anywhere there's like Asian people, right? Like specifically Chinese people, specifically Hong Kong people. So yeah, when I was living overseas, studying abroad, it was one of my staples. You know, it was quick and easy, and you put it over bed of rice. You got your tomato, you got your beef, and then you have your rice, and ta-da! Is that the food pyramid? Anyway, there will be a dad joke. So, list of ingredients are coming up next, and of course, over to the prep area. If you do, well, if you don't, like the video, please subscribe, and you can subscribe anyway. Dad jokes will be, well, one dad joke, well, maybe not a special one, but I'll think of one. All right, see you in the prep area. All right, I'm doing the wiggly arm things again. So, I hope you're enjoying the day, and let's head over to the prep area to taste this, or to make this yummy and easy dish, beef tomato over rice. Sometimes people actually put it over noodles, but I digress. Talking a lot, I will see you in the prep area. See you in the prep area. Hey everyone, okay, so here we are at the prep area, prep area. So we have we have the vegetables. I'm not going to go through all the ingredients because you can look at the description and they're there. Also, there's a slide. Is there a slide? It's a video, so there is no slide. Anyway, so let's get started. I am going to start with the beef first. So let me put this aside and so I am going to slice the beef, and here we go. I'm using 3/4 pound. I actually pre-cut a bunch. So what you want to do is cut against the grain into slices like that. It's about it's at 1/4 inch, if you will. And you want to watch your fingers. Yeah, watch my fingers. Yeah, well, watch your own fingers, don't watch my fingers. All right, so here we go. So it looks something like this, okay? Slices like this, and we are going to marinate. Boom. And there we go. So what do we need for the marinade? We need our soy sauce. So we need soy sauce, and we actually, you know what? I'm going to start with a sorry, I almost had a 1/4 pound. A tablespoon of starch. So I'm using arrowroots. A lot of folks like to use cornstarch. That's cool too. And then I am going to do a tablespoon, 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. And here we go. I don't have it pre-measured. Boom. That's 1 and 2. Okay, so there we go, and I'm of course making a mess. Alright, so there's my soy sauce, and then finally, just a tablespoon of oil. I'm just gonna eyeball it. There we go. Okay, is that a tablespoon? It might be a little more, but that's okay. And then my hands are clean, so they're clean, and I'm going to just really get it in there. So this is a really quick marinade while we're prepping everything else, of course. Yeah, please wash your hands before you prep or cook. I mean, like, really wash your hands, you know, like the 30-second rule. So 20 seconds and then another 20 seconds just in case. So I am just mixing it around, and again, I have 3/4 pound sliced to that the quarter inch, if you will, and we'll give it another twirl. Get in there. All right, and here we have it. So there you go. A quick tip or trick is I actually had my beef in the freezer for about 20 minutes before I pulled it out, and it makes it easier to cut. Just an FYI. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is make the quote-unquote tomato sauce for this tomato beef dish. Dad joke coming soon-ish, maybe. All right, well, you'll get a dad joke. I always get a dad joke. All right, so there we go. we'll put this to the side, and I'm going to wash my hands, and I will be right back. Make sure hygiene is very important. Hygiene is very important. Okay. Okay, I am back. Wow, it didn't even feel like I was away, right? All right, it's time to make the sauce. So I have my bowl here. It's a bowl, and actually here's the bowl. I actually pre-squeezed 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Like, it was actually in like this toothpastey looking container. So 2 of these. So here we go. So I'm just gonna put this in here. Okay. Boom. Okay. Next, another tablespoon of soy. Not another, but a tablespoon of soy. So soy sauce. Tablespoon, and pour. There we go. A tablespoon of soy. And next we have a teaspoon of sugar, which I already pre-measured, I guess you could call it. And bloop, 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 bloop. Okay. Good old bloop, 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 bloop. And then we have rice. A half a teaspoon of rice vinegar, and a half a teaspoon of sesame oil. I was running out of these little container thingies like this, so I just like put it here so it kind of looks like this yin yang thing. Woo, squishy squishy. All right, I'm just gonna pour it in. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, and then next up, yep, that's my arm. Just a sprinkling of some white pepper. Okay. I'm not going to use my fingers for this one. I am actually going to use the spoon. And all I do is mix it, mixing it, mixing it, mixing it, mixing it, and mixing it. I think this is like how they make ketchup, right? Because you got tomato paste, and you got like sugar and vinegar. Well, it's like an Asian tomato ketchup. All right, so look at that. I think you can see it. There you go. All right, so here, yeah, it's a black bowl. I know it can be kind of tough to see, but hey, you know, you gotta use whatever you have. You gotta use whatever you have. Okay, so it's nice and mixed, and boom. Okay, I spent a lot of time mixing that. It's just like, it's fun, right? It actually was really fun. Next thing I will do is do the aromatics, and then finally the tomatoes. The tomatoes, so here's my bowl. So I'm going to actually, ta-da, get my shallots. And I actually pre-washed, or pre-peeled and pre-washed the shallot, and onions, and garlic, and that. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna put this to the side. I'm just gonna slice this. So I have was it two nubs of these scallops, the shallots. Shallots are really tough to cut. And this is, wow, it's like coming apart as I'm chopping. So looking for a quarter of a cup. Okay, if you have a little more, it's not a big deal. No biggie. Okay, so just my shallots. I'm going to do the garlic. Like I forgot that it's garlic. It's garlic. You gotta watch your fingers and chop, 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 chop. Okay, and then finally I have 2 slices of ginger. I'm just gonna slice it one more time. Okay, there we go. So there's that part, and I'm just gonna put it into my bowl here. So that aromatics is the first to go in, and then it'll be the beef, the steak, and then it will be the sauce, and then the slurry, and there you have it. So I'm gonna cut this, use the white bits, okay, for my aromatics. Boom, there we go. And then I actually probably need another bowl, don't I? Probably need another bowl. Okay, so we have that. So aromatics look like that because I used the white bits. Okay, and then I'm going to save these. I'm gonna cut these lengthwise, like old school Asian style. I don't know how they cut it sideways like that. That's what they do. Really watch your fingers on this one. Jeez. Whoop. And lengthwise. Yeah, you gotta be really careful. You watch your fingertips. Okay. And then, whoop. I'm actually saving these for the very end. Okay, there you have it. There you have it. And you know what? I do like my garnish, so I'm gonna save this one for my garnish. The garnish, not Ganesh. The garnish. Ganesh, I think, is like some deity or something in Hinduism, I believe. Okay, so here we have it. So we have my garnish, and I'm going to save these to the side. So I'm going to use. It's okay to use other bowls. So I'm going to put this here because it's going to be used later. Okay, and the last but not least is the tomato. Tomato. Ta-da! Check out those tomatoes. That's fine looking tomato. Look how shiny it is. It is pretty shiny, isn't it? Look at that. You can put it on your face and like it's a big clown nose or something. All right, so I'm going to slice them in quarters. So you could slice the top off because not everyone likes the top part. And boop, and slice once, slice twice. And that's the tomato, okay? And I'm gonna put it to the side, and then do the same thing with my other ones. Slice, and then watch your fingers, slice, and then take, ooh, look at that one. Oh, shoot. Oh, gee. Yeah, see, this is what happens when you work in a small space. Wow, almost dropped everything. Holy moly. Okay, so, ta-da. So bright, so shiny. No, there's no titanium oxide in this. I mean, this is organic tomato. Okay. Yeah, it's very bouge. Okay, so there we go. Boom. And boom. You know, you could cut it into eighths as well. It's not a big deal. But I did it in quarters. Okay, so here we have it. We have everything prepped. Everything prepped. Is everything prepped? Okay. So marinated beef. Check. Or marinating beef. Check. Oh. Tomato. Sauce. Check. Aromatics. Check. Tomato. Check. A garnish. Check. Oh, I forgot slurry. One more thing is the slurry. Don't forget the slurry. Always a good idea. And even if you forgot it, it's no biggie. Because you can add it directly into the into the pot while you're cooking. Okay. Wow, man, I'm like really lost for words today. So I'm just going to mix this a little bit. Yeah, I gotta be gentle so it doesn't splash. Making a mess. All right, so now I have everything. And then I am going to splash some cooking wine into the aromatics while we're cooking. So there it is for now. Boom, boom. We are prepped. Ta-da! Ta-da! You are prepped. Da, da. I don't know what that means. All right, so let's get cooking. I'll see you all in the cooking area. I always say cooking area. In the kitchen. I'm going to the kitchen. Oh, dad joke time? Almost. Hey everyone, here I am at the kitchen, aka the cooking area. I have a tablespoon of oil in here, cooking oil. I'm going to turn it to medium heat. I'm going to move that around, move it around. Alright. Okay. So here we go. We're going to let it heat for 30 seconds. And then while that's heating, I am going to pour in my aromatics. Lots of aromatics, if you will. Boo-doo-boo-doo-boo-boo. Okay, so there's the aromatics right there. Right there. Okay, I'm going to move it around. Move them around. Okay, and I could smell the aroma, aka aromatic, right? Okay. Alright, I can hear the sizzle. That's good. Alright, so next step is to put in the beef with beef. And right here's the beef. That's right, here's beef. I'm going to slowly make sure you don't splash it on itself. So you want to be quick and efficient. Yeah, dumping you could splash, so you gotta be careful there. That's a lot. Alright, so it may seem that I have, I think this pan is big enough. So I'm gonna try to brown each side and move it around. So, okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn things as I go. Great thing about using chopsticks, right? But you can definitely use a spatula. I'm a big fan of spatulas. Nothing against spatulas. Well, is that a sign for a dad joke? Almost. Almost the time for a dad joke. Almost. I almost did it. Alright, so that's getting nice brown. So you want to make sure you get every piece brown on both sides. If you have tongs are great too for this. Good old tongs. And I definitely do still need a larger, longer, actually, chopstick. Okay, so that's browning. Alright, that's looking good. That's looking good. Looking good. I recently saw that movie, right? Looking good. Go Marvel. Alright, there we have it. Well, we don't have anything. Yeah, I mean, you can just eat this by itself, right? Look at it, it's so yummy. Dang. Okay, next I'm going to put in the tomato. You wonder why I put in the tomato now? Well, tomatoes take a while to cook. So just going to pour in the tomato. Okay. And move that over. Get tomatoes there. Again, you could chop into smaller pieces. It would probably actually a good idea to slice into smaller pieces. I think I was overconfident in terms of the tomato. Look how big those slices are, right? Alright, so while that's cooking, so you want to move it some more. And I'm going to poke these tomatoes. Actually, if you did slice the tomato into 8 slices instead of the quarters like I did, it actually would cook a lot quicker. So I would recommend it. I wanted to try something different today and go with this, right? Go with the bigger slices. Okay. Alright, I'm moving this over, really trying to cook those tomatoes. Alright, so the next bit I will do is pour in the sauce, the sauce, effectively the ketchup, right? Yeah, get it all in there. Get it all in there. I'm trying. There it is. Okay. Alright, so after I made all this tinkling noise, or sound, you're like, okay, so the next thing is just move it around. And make sure you hold on. Move it around. The tomatoes are massive. Alright, definitely, you should, I misjudged how big or how small these tomatoes are. Ow. Hot. Time to use the spatula. Ta-da! It's a spatula. Alright, here we go. So, moving it gently. Make sure to splash out. I can't believe how big these tomatoes are. That's alright. It's that's how it rolls sometimes. Wow, look at that. You can see it already. I mean, it smells great. Oh, so yummy looking. These tomatoes. Oh, yeah. Alright, it's all about experimentation, right? So, it's all good. It is all good. Definitely. Alright, maybe that's a tomato, like a dad joke right there, like something about tomatoes. So, move it around, like that's been like 3 minutes or so. Last 2 steps is the slurry. I'm going to put that in there. Okay. Look at that. Wow, would you look at that? gonna move it around. So here, actually, I'm going to raise my heat up a little bit, just a tad. I'm going to raise it to 3/4 between medium and high, so it's medium high, and just let it cook, or simmer, I should say, for a little bit. And the very last ingredient, check it out. I'm gonna do it. It's this. Look at that. Wow, look at the color on that. Look at the color on that. And I'm just gonna move it around. Now, if you don't like your sauce, like having too much sauce, you can actually just use a quarter cup of the chicken broth versus a full like the third of a cup that I use. I'm actually cooking a little bit to reduce it because I do want the tomatoes to cook. So you want to. So once you have the slurry in and you're stirring a few, give it about 3 minutes or so on this. And here we go. Wow, this is really good. Yeah, as you can see, it's like a really thick sauce right now. But that's again, it's whatever your preference is. So you don't have to. Depending on where you're the family recipe, some folks use more, some folks use less. There's variation. The key is really getting those tomatoes tender. Those giant tomatoes that I have, as you can see, right? So if I had sliced it by eighths instead of quarters, it would be spread out a bit more. The tomatoes would be spread out some more. So it's actually a good thing. It's a good way to learn. It's like you trial and error. It's actually one of the best ways to learn, right? You try something and it works out, and it's like, wow, you invented a new recipe. In my case, I invented this giant tomato beef recipe. Okay, so again, I'm gonna let it simmer a little bit more, and of course you can hang out and hear me talk to food, or you can just clean up a little bit while it's simmering. If you do let it simmer a bit, you can always lower the heat. Okay. So you can lower it to medium or even a medium-low, and let it simmer for a few minutes. Okay. Part of it, one, is cooking the beef, and tenderizing the beef, of course, cooking it, and also cooking the tomatoes as well. So here's what you want to get. You see how it's smashed right here with this tomato? It's like a smashed tomato. It's like a smashed tomato. Smashed tomato. And then, for one final flourish, you can put in for one final flourish, of course, and it's not required, just a little bit of cooking, there you go, cooking wine. Okay. Really brings out the flavor of the tomatoes. So I put in about what was that? I don't know. What was that? Like a teaspoon? It was probably 2 teaspoons because I was trying to do too many things at once. All right. Do you see the tomatoes now? It is looking smashing. Smashing, is that a word? The word. So you want to cook it a little more. So now, when it's like this consistency and you can see that the tomatoes are pretty smashed up now, give it about another 30 seconds, and then we are good to go to serve. Okay. So here we go. Is it 30 seconds yet? Oh! I think I might have to do my dad joke during the taste. That's how I'm gonna roll, right? That's how I roll sometimes. All right, here we go. So as you can see, pretty easy dish to make. The preparation wasn't too long, and of course the tomatoes. Now that they're all smashed up, it's not too bad. I went ahead and did a quarter of a. Excuse me, 2/3 of a cup of the chicken broth, but you can actually do a lot less. You can do a quarter, and you can actually even do like a tablespoon. So, I tend to make sure I cook it well, so covered, so it's covers everything. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the heat now, and then I will see you at the. I'll see me, actually. I think I'll see me. Alrighty, so I am here at my plates. As you can see, it's plates, and I have, look at that, the tomato beef, and I almost spilled it. It almost came right out. So I am going to plate now. Of course, if you're plating, you want to do it at the stove, because it's kind of dangerous the way I'm doing it right now. Or put it down versus like letting it hover. So, actually, you know what? My tomatoes came out pretty nice. I'm gonna take that back. Maybe the big tomatoes is the way to go. Oops, here we go. Here we go. I'm not gonna plate all of it simply because it is, I don't want it to spill everywhere. Da, 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 da. Oh, shoot, like that. There we go. All right, so, and I put a flourish here. Boom. And it is plated with a big mess over there, but c'est la vie, right? That's such is life. And now it's time for the taste tests. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Ew. All right, if you could see it. Oh, it's like slipping and slopping everywhere. All right, taste test time. Taste test time. Well, of course, like not immediately. Well, yeah. Look at that. Amazing. Amazing. So amazing. Hey. Okay, so it is, I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. It is, wow, look at that. It's time to taste, but before we do the taste test, time for dad joke. So, I'm worried about the calendar. Why? Why are you worried about the calendar? Because its days are numbered. Alright, so hope you enjoy watching the video, of course. And it is time for the taste test. I'm going to pull it up slowly. What? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm probably going to spill it. So I'm going to start with this and then slowly. Wow. Really taste that tomato. Speaking of tomato. Oh, hot. Alright. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please press like, of course subscribe, and hope you enjoyed the dad jokes. I'm going to finish eating. Cheers. Cheerio. I don't know what that is. Thanks for watching. Take care.